Okay. So Tusheera, I was just continuing with your CRM. So what I
Yeah.
was saying is about is CRM introduction, and the first point which I was mentioning is so customer relationship is very important in terms of a trustworthy a client or a customer we need to have. Only then, so they believe in us, and then they give you, or once the bounding is created, you will have more additional tasks which is flowing in. And why CRM if you think is required? So without a CRM, you cannot imagine, or without a relationship, you cannot imagine the business would go good for years of, you know, to as long as it goes. So let's say, for example, if you just go to a business and then you have a connect with them within one month of time, you don't feel that you're comfortable there, you won't be there. So you just leave there, and there no more the contact is required. So that's how we just depart from the business. So but if you see that the relationship that it's growing good, and then you, let's say, you invest some money onto the people and then you get something out of it, you found that they are doing the right thing to you. If they're not trustworthy, you will never move forward. So that's the reason CRM is very important. So why Salesforce has chosen CRM is basically to deal with customer. Basically they have to have either one-to-one or one-to-one relationship they hold, but they hold a trustworthy things. So comparing with Salesforce, why should choose CRM if you think? So there were so many products in the market by that time, late in 20 years before. It could be supply chain, it could be asset management, workforce. A couple of products were already existing, but they were all doing as maybe what is it? So they were all doing for their own purpose. Maybe they were maintaining some Excel sheet or a page or a booklet. So all they were doing for their own customer informations. But how if you get this digital into the world and then following up them in the right moment will get to the context. So I know how do I maintain a relationship with someone onto the customer perspective. If you follow up them regularly, if I talk to them regularly, they will be knowing that okay, this is my team which is connecting always with me, and I'm being sure. So our works is transparency, and the amount of work which I given is I got back, and something that it's win-win situation for both. So how do we get it when you are like connected to each other on a daily basis or whatever it is? So what I'm trying to say is, if your content is very digital, you can access anywhere in the world, wherever you go, but you're always closely connected. Then the relationship is very stronger. Let's say now you are far from India, and if your parents are here, at least for a day, if you call to your parents, so they feel that the closeness would be there always. Let's say after 30 days or 40 days, if you try to call in the 30-40 days, what happens in your family you don't know, or what happens to your family doesn't know. And all of a
Mm.
sudden if something that start talking about some xyz things, they will not understand. It just basically the connections on everyday day-to-day basis or are very closely connected things. So you will have the safe things around you trying to get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the one which is making digital to the people over through a phone which is connected, and then you guys are connected to each other. The same way where I'm trying to talk about why not CRM. So without CRM you cannot have a relationship at all. So sales is why they wanted to get into this business specifically is, if I make the CRM tool as digital, so I can connect anytime, anywhere, but my customers will be always focused to me and I can get to know their pros and cons, what they wanted it, I can quickly answer to them. So this is the ultimate point. But at that time, many of the companies they were doing their own CRM stuff. They may not have a quick connect. See, let's say what happens is you started today a course and we are talking together. Maybe after 2 days, I don't send you a link to join the course. Then you would ask for me, please send the link. I may join, I may not join. Again, you're asking the link. I may join, I may not join. So how do you feel? You is like, okay, so I think what I was expecting he would teach, but it is not happening. For some reason, it's been denied. You don't know, right? So you won't get that the punch. So in a
Okay.
digital world, if you are quickly connected, you will check either are you connecting or not. So you can't wait for someone who would do a business. So this was the lately, 20 years before it was happening, where they would engage, but lack of communications, the business would move out. The communication is very important. So when Salesforce brought this into a digital world, the communication is very strong. They feel, And now all the customers are connected together with their clients. So that's the reason they feel more trusty, because anything happens they can getting a quick notification. Like unlike a Facebook, we got it some notification, or someone is posting, you get an email or a message to you, right? So likewise, some comment customer is commenting for a negative feedback or a positive feedback, it's getting quickly to your company, and it is connected to your team. Whatever goes wrong, whatever goes positive, so we quickly responding to the claim. So this interaction of a digital world, where they more the CRM to be more much more stronger, which was not actually part of any other tools at that time. Maybe SAP, or maybe whatever, Adobe, or let's say Siebel CRM. Many CRMs were there at the time, but they didn't thought of these process. And moreover, these guys moved to a cloud. So other application, what happened is they were all into a different uh, softwares they were built it, and then you should install the softwares into your system. But all they were not into the cloud. Getting the point? So
Yeah.
when it's in the cloud, you can log in via through your a browser. Simple go to username and a password you enter. You just logged into your system, and you can quickly connect your check your records, what is happening, who is what this customer is doing. But this flexibility was not happening in SAP or Siebel, so they had a bunch of softwares to install, and was pricey also. So sales was came up with the concept of no hardware, no software concept. You getting? So the point what it is
Yeah.
mentioning here is you need not to have a very big hardware system to run the stuffs. If you want to run a Salesforce, you need not have any huge softwares to run the system. A simple browser is enough. So for you on top of the cloud, so they are creating a storage system to you onto the cloud and making your system performance better. They are making all it. So all you need to log in and say simply build something that you want, or you have an application to use it. That's it. So that
Okay.
made more flexible on hardware side, and no software. Like for example, SAP, for every releases they may need to give a patches for maybe for 1 year subscription you have taken. So 1 year patches I'll give free. So thereafter, if you want to get new patches or new releases notes, whatever you want to get, you have to subscribe for again. So for keeping on updating on a software also you have to pay for it. So bad, right? Hardware is one side costly and the software is again on costly. So before building an application, I am just spending so much of amount. Getting? I didn't
Yeah.
start building only, but for my hardware, I need to have very good system. For software, I need to pay for it subscription, and then for every year again renewal subscription. So this type of a pricey things sales was knocked off. So they came a concept with no hardware and no software at a late 15 to 20 years before. So there it started. Okay, if you want to build an application on SAP, I need to be very well managed company. It should be at the very beginning. You think maybe not now. Uh, so now at that time only Salesforce came a concept of if you are a 5 people in a company, don't worry. Even a startup company, don't worry. So we are providing some no, what do you say, a flexible to you. How much you use it, pay for it. So this concept is
Okay.
again was a new in the concept of market. So if you say SAP system only 100 license you have to buy or 1,000 license you have to buy, only then the system is yours, and you have to spend a lot of amount. So I'm considering to that situation. Someone is saying that 5 people in a company use the system. How much ever you use it, pay for it. So this deal was like quite different compared to the market. So that's the reason Salesforce today is standing in the percentage of 35 to 40% of CRM market around the world.
Okay.
It is not so easy to shake these guys. Not at all. If you take 10, 15 years, it will be so bad. If the company is going really for bad for 10 years only, then this system would shake up. That too continuously, any company would go 10 years back. No bad, I don't know. But I'm saying. But look at this. SAP has 25% market at that time. Now they are in 10 or 12% of the market now. Look at this. The strategy that has came down. And Siebel also were having 12 to 15% that time. So now they came to 8 to 10% because Siebel has moved to Oracle. So now, since intelligently, whatever the sales was built at SAP, sorry, how cloud-based concept they brought it, SAP and other guys also brought the system to a cloud. But
Okay.
however, the trust once you build, so they will not leave you. So likewise, many companies are having with the Salesforce more than 10 years plus as a customer. So if you are comfortable with 10 years, why would leave a company? So why would look for SAP or why would again look for Oracle? So they are not
Yeah.
even going. So that's the thing I was talking about the trust. If you are being connected, so you can have a business as many years you want. That's absolutely talking about. Why CRM? How Salesforce came into the existence? So why Salesforce? I am saying No hardware, no software, no pricing constraint. How much ever you use, you can pay for it. So that is why Salesforce and what is Salesforce.com. And otherwise, additions I'll tell you, and architecture I'll tell you, showing any picture. I'll tell you about what is cloud computing. Do you have any idea on cloud computing? So since you have worked on Hadoop, have you have any thoughts about what is Hadoop is doing, background, where the files is getting processed? Let's say I have systems files in the US and I want to move to all the way to India. So what should I do? So did you work in such concepts?
Um, so we used to have platform where it is physical. I never worked on cloud. I did go to courses for AWS and stuff, but I never worked on cloud. We used to have a platform, and then if we have to send files, then what we do, we put it in a common folder, and that guy in India, he just takes up those files because we both work on the same platform. So that's what we used to do, but I never worked on cloud.
So now let's say a simple example. So ideally, what do you understand by a cloud? Basically, what is in layman term? Tell me what is cloud.
So cloud is a place where it's accessible to everyone,
Mhm.
whoever, wherever they are, they can just use it. And
Mhm.
yeah,
So yeah, in real time, when I'm talking about layman, so if the cloud is there on the sky, the cloud just keep moving around, right?
yeah,
But wherever you see the same cloud is there, it is not one side it is white color and one side is black or maybe a maroon color or something is not different. Ideally, they are white, so maybe together if they connect, they would become a little darker. But however, clouds are white and you can see everywhere. If you see in US also sit, you see clouds are white. I see it in India. I see the clouds are white. It's a common thing. And one thing is the clouds can move from one place to another place. Of course, they move. Basically, if you have a data, they can transfer from one place to another place. And ideally, all they look same. So you just say generally they are clouds. You don't say India clouds. You don't say America clouds. So they generally is called as clouds. So whatever it is there in the cloud, it is accessible across the world.
yeah.
Getting? So now when I'm talking to a technology perspective, yes, we have a bunch of servers that is acting like a cloud. Getting? Acting like a cloud in the sense what? What cloud is does the same thing the machine does for us. Now, like say example, you have US, let's say 200 servers, India 200 servers, and Pakistan 200, and Europe 200, and let's say Australia 200. Now, let's say we have connected all across the world. These many servers we have. Now, what happens is something in India. So we do some stuff, and those datas are being stored in some Indian servers. Now, let's say you are in US. Okay, let's say you're in US. We have 200 servers. For some reason, 150 servers got crashed in India. Maybe due to earthquake or natural calamity, something happened. So 150 servers got crashed. Getting? It's not so easy to crash 150 servers. It's actually so servers are where somewhere it will be in a physical location. It's just not again in the
Yeah,
cloud. Somewhere in a physical location. That physical location, wherever it is, it got crashed because maybe earthquake or something. Look at let's say not talk about it, but that's a natural calamity. Something happened there. So these 150 servers got collapsed. How many data would be there into the 150 servers? Getting? Now
yeah.
let's say that one thing it just got broken. So now tell me, the India's 150 servers data will it be across the world or it has vanished?
It's vanished because everything is in servers, right?
Now look at this. This is the point where cloud comment pictures. Whatever the 150 servers data, right? So that servers information would be encrypted across the globe. Either the copy would be residing in your US and maybe Australia and Pakistan, whatever. Yes, anyone from the US they can recover the data back. It's not the data is lost. Servers are
Okay.
making you to perform better, and they also have a data in TVs. But each and every often when something goes on, they take a backup to each and other servers from US to India, India to US to Pakistan, Pakistan. So that's a copy. They keep it across the globe. So now something in India, if you don't see any clouds, it doesn't mean that in US you don't see the clouds. Is that a point valid?
Yeah, yeah.
So that means what? Whatever the same concept, I would reside there also. I see the clouds there also. But if I don't see in India, there's a clouds. For sure, the copy of the cloud or the same consistency of the cloud would be seen in the US also, or maybe in some other countries. Same concept. Something goes wrong in India, don't worry. Your 150 data servers are there in across the globe, not in US, not in Pakistan. It will be there in what is say US, sorry, Australia somewhere. Ideally, what I'm trying to say is your information is just scattered across the world, so you cannot say that I've lost the data. So that's the reason people have a question saying that is it a secured one? Cloud is a secured one. That's the question because your information. Let's say today India's data, all Aadhaar cards information is there in US. If you think yes, it's there in US. Then someone if they try to decrypt it and then start studying it and then using the data in a no in a not an authentic way, yes, it's a risky. But can we crack that encrypted version and then decode and then do the stuff? It's really challenging one because that level of encryption is added. So the when someone is trying to decrypt that, it'll take a bunch of years to do it. Unless a very smart systems, if they build, they can crack it. Such crazy systems is not yet available. See, every time when human does this an invention, there's something they break it, the existing one, and then try to invent the new one. So when such things is new and newly invented, and all the systems would break the existing system. But that is no one can do anything. You getting my
Mm.
point? So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
say that I've built a 120 1228. Basically, it's 1 MB. You think? So we have encryption 128 bit, 256 bit, like that, 512 bits, maybe 1028 bits of encryption. They keep going on to this. Someone invented a system which can crack all the systems in the currently in whatever they in the world. If they build that, okay, every system will be collapsed. We can't help with that. So something is that is more super than the supercomputers it is. So someone like Einstein should build like I don't know someone if that build then all the systems would collapse. So we can't guarantee onto it. But
Okay.
onto the today's trends, the encryptions, whatever has been made, it is very difficult to crack. Not today scientists say that to that level the cloud computing has been secured. So no one can say that hey your banking application can be in cloud. Please don't tell that it is secured. If someone wanted to crack your system, then they should have been done way back only. More
Okay.
than intelligence, the hackers are more intelligent. To be frank. So if
Yeah.
they can't crack it, it's actually not able to crack because the system is built in such a way. Okay.
Okay.
So why I'm saying is this is a cloud computing where you reside your data across the globe. Now Salesforce says that I'm in a cloud. Yes, you can access in US the same data. I can come back to India, log into the same system. You can access the same system. Same data will retrieve back. Maybe I'm switching over the server from the US to India, but I have a region of India where I have a data of your copy here. I can retrieve information anytime here. Getting?
Yeah.
So you move across the world, you can still access the data from the cloud. So that's the cloud is something like a repository. It is across the world. You think that's enough. So that answers your cloud computing question. Why cloud computing and computing is important. So that's a layman and other terms I was saying about. Now talk about SaaS. Have you heard about SaaS, PaaS? Yes.
I did. I
Okay.
mean,
I'll,
in
I'll I'll
my
quickly answer to you.
AWS
I'll quickly
class.
answer to
Yeah.
your questions. See, have you used Gmail?
Yeah.
It's a service given to you. You just go log in to Gmail and then you see look at for your emails where you didn't develop anything like how my layout should be, how my inbox should be, and what is the layout theme should be. And if someone sends a message, this is the way the structure should be. You never think. I mean, basically, you didn't design anything. You just going to as an end user. You are logging to the or signing up for a Gmail. Start using it. So that most thing that we have did is just sign up. Got it?
Yeah.
So someone is providing a service. You're using it. Got it? So
Yeah.
what it means? So they are providing a software as a they're providing a service to you. Gmail is a software online available to you. Go sign up and use it, and it's for free of course. Everyone is using it. If it is a paid one, people hardly would use. Maybe for the dependent on a case to case, they may buy it. Yes, of course. Today also they buy a G Suite for maybe more than a 15 GB. If you want a Gmail access, then you have to pay for it. Unless 15 GB, it is free. So like that, a service already been provided for a minimum level. Use it. for a maximum level, you have to purchase for it. So then they are providing a software as a service to you. The software is already built by Google. You're using it. That's it. That is software as a service. So now
Okay.
sales was when you say they also pre-built few applications, sales, service, marketing, few applications they also pre-built and they
Mm-hmm.
kept it. So the moment when you wanted to go for a to sales was and ask for, hey, I want an application. I actually I told as a CRM application. Sales has been very good at the CRM. Why? Because they built initially with that. And one thing they did is they have very good platform. What the first thing they focused on is the platform they focused on. You getting? First,
Yeah.
before a train is entering to a platform, it is just like normal track. Unless you build a platform, so they come and stand there, right?
Yeah.
In a real railway station scenario, whether a platform, it's just a flat tracks. If you build a platform, only then people will come there and stand and then just land and then start boarding it. They're using it, correct?
Yeah.
So likewise, I'm comparing with that. A platform is the very beginning, a very important thing to have. Then you can have a tracks. Getting?
Mm-hmm.
So today, if they wanted to build any metro station, what they do is before coming a track, they start constructing the station there. That's basically a platform, and then your tracks would go under that. So this is ideal state. So sales is what they did is before releasing CRM application called as sales, service, marketing, whatever. So they start building the first platform.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once the platform is ready, on top of that, these guys have built sales, service, marketing, whatever. Getting? First, they should
Okay.
build a Java programming or a complex compilers, all this stuff they have to build. Only then on top of that, you can write a program and you can check for a pass or fail results there. Getting?
Yeah.
So you can directly write a program. What program? I written a flat text. How my compiler will understand? So firstly, you should have your legs, other complex compiler should be there, interpreter should be there to understand what you're writing it. So basically, again, it's a platform, right? Java is a platform where such things they have written. So you're writing a program on top of that, and it is providing some results to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Same way, Sales was also built a platform named as Force.com platform. Out of this Force.com platform, what you're doing is you are trying to build the applications. If you want to build sales, if you want to build any XYZ reservation system, you can build it. It's your own thought. Okay. But sales is by default they're providing a few applications. They take sales service around because they're famous with CRM, so they're providing these options to you. So now when you start using, okay, I'm a company who deals with sales, so don't try to reinvent the wheel again. Like say lead campaign again, all the objects and tables that you wanted to create, and then finally you make an application, and then you start using it. Instead, you can try to use that application whatever they built, and you can start working with that directly. So it's an example. You're saying that hey, I wanted to have my email account. So someone says that hey, go build the software, email, and that stuff, inbox and all, and then you start using your account. Is it a valid scenario, or just go to this Google email, Gmail, sign up, you will get an account, email ID, start using it. So which one you would choose?
The Google one.
Because it's already built. Why I wanted
Yeah.
to reinvent the same wheel again? And then
Yeah.
when I want to do it, I don't know what is the complexity, where I will host, where it will run, and where the data would reside. It's all my headache, right? Then
Yeah.
simply I would sign up and then use it. So now, like that only, if some customers comes to Salesforce and they ask, "Hey, I'm a sales company. I wanted to track all my sales activity." Now, Salesforce says that you have two options, boss. One is we already have a Sales Cloud application. The moment you log in, you can all see the sales activity and whatnot. And the second option is I give you a flat platform. You can build the same thing over there. For this, two different variant costs we have. Existing application which I put my all my potential and I kept there, I cost you this much dollar per month. And the flat platform I have, Force.com platform, you can start building on the same on top of this platform where I give you a platform. You can start building on your own. All the sales things, whatever you want to build, you can build there. It's your independent way to build it. Now tell me, for this forge.com platform, when I give you, I give for $5 per month per user. So when I give you my Sales Cloud application, which is pre-built, I give for $200. Now you think, my God, $200 is for the one user per month is too much. And at the
Yeah.
same time, at the left side, you think that $5 per month for a user is like more cheaper. Okay, then you come to conclusion. Oh, boss, I don't want to reinvent the wheel again. I don't know what to do. Then you go with the Sales Cloud. Okay, boss, give me $200 fine for me. I take five systems now, five users now. Maybe my company goes good. I will buy again few more, or I try to create my own things later stage. Some company who comes as a product based guys, they are very intelligent. Boss, $200 is too much for me. I would go only for the $5. I would buy a flat platform which called as PaaS. Give me just the platform. I would build each and everything there which I wanted it. Of course, so they have a platform. You can create a tables, you can create a relationship, you can create an application. All the things is having it. Just some expertise resource should be there to build for you. Getting? So then it
Yeah.
will be easy for you. So I have an expertise resource. I will build my own. You don't care. $5 is enough for me. I will pay for you. Salesforce thinks that okay, I get onto the right side. If you use my application, I get 200. If you don't, on the left side, I have $5 people who will use for it. Somehow I'm selling my platform. Salesforce happy. So ideally, that is the way they got the business right. I should give you flexibility in whatever the way you want. I shouldn't restrict you saying that this is my application, please use it. No option. I can't say that. If you use it.
Mhm.
If you wanted to build your own, go build it. Why I say that? When I give a platform, I'm not restricting to say that only you can build a sales application only. You can build reservation. You can build a bank app. You can build an online appointment tool.
Yeah.
Anything you want to build, you can build on top of the platform. So for me, no loss. I've given a platform to you. You build your own idea. We don't care. Getting?
Yeah.
So these are the overall things which is required onto the PaaS and SaaS. Now you got it right. What I'm trying to talk about
Yeah.
SaaS and PaaS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Now it comes as an infrastructure. Salesforce don't provide infrastructure to anyone. Infrastructure means what you know. A, a flat. Let's say you're trying to construct a building. Before that, you need to have a plot site. You need to have. So that is infrastructure, right? Now
Mhm.
Salesforce has so many servers across the world. Let's say 1,000 servers they have across the world. Where they will host these servers, where they will reside the servers. Of course, these guys are putting an infrastructure into the AWS. So provides the AWS specialist in providing infrastructure. Let me connect with this guy. You getting?
Mhm.
If you want to buy a we wanted to buy a simple site from an XYZ real estate, you would look for a very good dealers, Prestige, Birla, and other very good constructors. You're gonna contact, right?
Yeah.
Because you're looking for a site. Same way, sales was also would have looked for who is the best in infrastructure. They had Google, they had Oracle, they had AWS. So many people were there.
Yeah.
Early actually it wasn't Oracle. Now they moved to AWS because they would give a cheaper cost. Okay, Salesforce looks for a long-term journey. They might be Oracle might be very costly at the beginning, so they move all the 1,000 servers to who's that to the AWS.
AWS.
So overall, we also are under the cap of someone, and they are also having a huge systems of someone. So this is how the world is. You wanted to build on a see I want to build an appointment management in Salesforce. So I'm dependent on Salesforce. Salesforce depend on infrastructure on AWS. AWS might be having their own XYZ service which is built on physical layers wherever it is. Getting? So people are dependent somewhere. Got it? So
Yeah.
ideally Salesforce is not providing an infrastructure. Go build the XYZ things to you. So Salesforce says we are a public cloud. Of course, we are sharing among ourselves as a platform. So this platform is common. Anyone can build any application, but this platform is a public platform. That means your data is not shared to anyone. So don't think that it is not monopolized. So no one can share no one's information. Each and every org, which we call it as their own independent it is. No one can share information. And for Salesforce, they themselves they are private, you know, because they are the manufacturer, they are the product owners, they are the product guys. So for them, they are private because what to be released, what not to be released, they decide it. So that way, so their development is private, and once they wanted to showcase, they publish outside. Once they publish, it is for a public, they publish it. Whatever they manufacture themselves, they are private. Getting? So when they ask you what is Salesforce is, what type of a cloud is Salesforce is? Salesforce is
Public.
public cloud for everyone, and they themselves they are private for whatever the development they want to do. Getting? Of course, Salesforce is a
Mm-hmm.
public cloud which they provide to us for end users. If you think an end user is a public cloud, for themselves they are private because they are building their own thing, and finally whichever they want to release, they are releasing it outside. Getting?
Yeah.
Okay. So that way, infrastructure, platform, Salesforce.com, all these are very good. Let's jump into edition. I'll just quickly share my screen.
Yeah.
So are you not boring with this?
No.
Does it give us
So I have a quick question. What did you say? Why Salesforce is for?
Salesforce? Okay, let me just put it the point. So why Salesforce people have to choose? So I have given a concept of no hardware, no software, and then flexible payments, flexible uses. So
Mm-hmm.
what is Salesforce.com? Yes, it's a platform or a CRM tool. Outside the world, it is CRM tool, but actually they are providing a platform, whatever the application that you can build. So I've just given an example right now, right? So if it is a Gmail, what you do is you take a service.
Yeah.
If you don't want, you try to opt for a platform. Even the Google also they provide. So if Gmail is being built, it's on top of some platform, Google's
Yeah.
platform.
Google Cloud.
Yeah, you can also go ask for a Google. Hey, give me a private cloud or give me a public cloud. I wanted to build on top of your platform, whichever. So there also you can have a Java application to be built on application. But that guys, so they asking you which application that you want to build with. Java based application, XYZ build application. But these guys using as a Java framework at the background, so they bought this Force.com platform. It's a complete own programming language they brought it. Be it from the compiler to each and every XYZ thing, they bought their own language and own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how if you say SAP, so they have their own programming language, they have their own UI. Why they do this is because you make people unique. It's my tool, you develop what I required it. You getting?
Okay. Yeah.
So you should learn for it. If you know Angular, you need to know go learn about Angular, then you should start on writing an Angular framework. You
Mm-hmm.
can't write some jQuery programming into Angular. That was
Yeah.
not the case. But look at this, when LWC came into picture, they knocked off everyone. Hey, common JavaScript methodology should be applied. So that's what LWC is rocking. If you're Angular guy, it's okay. If you're jQuery guy, it's okay. You know JavaScript, come code here. So anyone can code on LWC. So once you write an LWC code, the same code would be across the platforms now, because they having a see JavaScript authorities would be there, no. So what they did is they connected with ELS int. ELS int is something that, sorry, ELS lint. What these guys? These are the committees they talk about on JavaScript. So they came to conclusion. So if people keep inventing their own frameworks, I learned today Angular, then I should always go around. If I want to work with the React, again I have to go learn the React. Again I have to go to learn the jQuery. Oh my God, so many people are there. I have to learn for everyone. This is being crazy. But all these guys are using lay normal JavaScripts. From JavaScript, flat, natural, pure JavaScript, they are constructing to the framework. And now this became a messy thing. So then JavaScript, what do you say? Who's that? Committee came out to concept. People, please, if you go now, you have now 10 frameworks. Tomorrow, after 2 years, it will be 100 frameworks. We can't die with everything. So let's make a one common platform of understandings where each and every JavaScript developer should come there, write a basic programming. This is the methods that we have to pass for a calling or to do some activity. This is the way it should be. Maybe writing a best practice rules. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how they came up with the concept. So now using the common approach, Salesforce came up with the concept of Lightning Web Component. So it should have a simple JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Done. You should be good with your program. Now,
Okay.
if any other JavaScript guys who knows this same type of ELS lint approach, they can write using easily write a web component. But they would know how to write a web component. But to connect with Salesforce, they need to know about the classic development. What is Salesforce Apex class? How to write a model, structure, all this they need to know. Further again, they have to come back to the square one, admin and other classic things required to do stuff. So you are in a place where now you are properly learning, and then you are moving to the next stage. You can't directly go to a web component and then learn that, and again it would require few things. And again you cannot come back down to admin side.
Mhm.
You getting?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you need to know what is table is. You need to know what how the records are storing is, and then how to access, how to write a query. That is all you have to know. Then your web component would connect with these guys and then take the information, or else it will be a flat system where you won't understand what they're doing it. I can give you HTML code and you can give us some simple JavaScript. Out of that, are you trying to populate the dynamic value? That's a question. Dynamic value means something I have to go treat a real table and have to get the results and show you. That's a dynamic data. Getting?
Yeah.
To do that, you will get slowly. If you get into classic mode, then if you understand that, then your lighting would be easy mode.
Okay.
Okay. So why sales was I was saying is because they don't cost much. Cost in the sense how generally other people's are costing for softwares or hardware, they don't do it. And pay as you go. You are utilizing for this, you pay for it. So this concept, what sales was liked by many of the people, and why they have chosen it, and why sales was this was the main concern. What Salesforce is doing is, if you think, they have a multiple clouds application, whichever they are in the market, all they provide some products to you. Like say we provide supply chain, material management, and whatnot, HR management, couple of managements they can give you. So these are a
Mm.
one-stop place where you have so many products. Even Salesforce also has so many products called sales, service, marketing, healthcare, and insurance. Couple of things they also give you multiple products. Now, any of the products would be surely used by the people. They would come here and then buy for it or use for it. So these are the cases Salesforce has been used widely in across the world. So this is why Salesforce we say. But where they
Okay.
started, they started with CRM to have sales, service, marketing, the simple application they used to have, and they started across the world. That's the name. They keep it as CRM as the trademark. But it's not only CRM; they can do more than that.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so let me talk about edition, and then let me talk about architectures. See, I wish you to go to this developer.salesforce.com,
Mm-hmm.
and after this, I will send you one recording. So if it is too much boring, you can take little later step. And
No,
tomorrow
no,
by
no.
this time, I can quick start with you, because in the last class I've explained about to that guy what about the personal information, what about the user's roles profile. A very nice video. I've just covered up all. So that
Okay.
1 hour video, if you listen, then it will be good for you to get through this, and then we can tomorrow we can start about this all this stuff.
Got it. I will.
You have to go through
Okay.
that recording, because or else it will be continuous. If you sit, it will be boring for you. Take some
No problem.
time, note time, and then I will upload that video to you and share to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So that
So you.
video will surely help you out.
Okay.
But before that, please just do me this. Go to developer.salesforce.com.
Yeah.
So you can Google it, quickly type in your browser developer.salesforce.com. So there's a sign up activity. Click on sign up. Have
Yeah.
you already you own it?
I have. I have it.
So free developer edition already you have.
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. Then you're a little faster.
Yeah, I mean, I started what it is and stuff, but I didn't understand properly.
You're great, man. Great. No problem. So look at this type of editions we have. Essential, all the small scale business users, even the professional small scale business users. From here, the enterprise and unlimited edition are the people who are like who are having a huge company, have a huge number of employees. They start using this. Enterprise for a again they have little limitations here, but of course they are for a large systems. Unlimited is something that I give it for the maximize the. You don't expect that how what not to be there here. Maximum is the last edition. You can have the sales was majority of things here.
Okay.
You getting?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is essential and professionals are for the mid-scale companies. It's for a small business, enterprises, and the unlimited for the larger scale of the applications. where unlimited starts for the top level. Okay,
Okay.
you just simply can Google out Salesforce edition and what it's doing. So they will just keep please say about when to use, what to use. So this is the one which is for learners. They have this developer edition.
Okay.
For learners, they provide the developer edition so that you can learn some things on top of this.
Okay.
Okay, so where you can do a basic activity, learn, integrate with other system. You have a concept of you can build your own program. All that you can do in developer edition. But this is ultimately what is it for a learners people. Otherwise,
Okay.
these are all paid versions. And the top all you see are paid version. This is the free version, developer edition free version.
Okay.
Right, got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I think I've logged in here. So let me open the video. Then I can assure you. Just a minute. So whatever I did recording right today. So this I'll share to you.
Yeah, and then please do share the other classes from what you have taught him. Like even the one you have covered today, just send me those also so that I'll again go through everything tomorrow before class.
So the other class, no. Just it's once again. I'll check. Okay, I think I've covered that. Yeah. Perfect. This is the video which I have. Um, hello.
Yeah, I understood this video. So this is for the chapter 3 and 4, right?
Yeah, three.
Four. Okay.
Okay. So this three and
Okay.
four I'll send you out. So this is talking
Uh
completely about with the syllabus. I talk about manage personal information and talk about what his user is doing. And in this video, you would have asked a couple of questions to me because he is also curious to know how the Salesforce things works and what platform. To his question also, I would have answered. So you can check through that
yeah, okay, no problem.
because he asked crazy questions and then I've answered to it. If again something out of to that you have questions, you can ask to me.
Okay, can you also send me the chapter 1 and chapter 2 that you have taught him? The
Chapter
recordings if
no
you
no
have.
chapter one and two I didn't talk much about to him because
Okay,
I have a video which I talked at the very beginning to other batch in the it is in YouTube channel I'll send you. Um,
okay, okay.
but again it is a very detailed session. I
Yeah,
talk to you is very sweet and clear, which is like take to the point directly. But however,
okay.
I would send you the recordings of the channel and your video. It's more than enough. And plus, is third and fourth chapter of the video. So tomorrow by
Yeah, I
8:30
will be
when again
prepared with the journal.
yeah tomorrow when we again join back to the 8:30 the same time. I think we would directly jump into fifth chapter. So the three and four if it covered, I think both you are connected together. Fine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
So after this, also in each and every class, I would try to send you the trailers links so that we have to cover up the batch. It's very important.
yeah, sure.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So you'll send me through my email, right? I've sent you the email
Yeah,
ID.
email I have. All I would do is I'll upload to YouTube. That will be currently for maybe currently it will be public. So, so I don't want to share this. All I have a company laptop. I may have a company projects information. So you just see. So no one would see unless my channel has been published to other widely people.
Okay,
It will be
no
YouTube channel.
problem.
You directly open. You will see the recordings and you see. That's it.
Perfect.
Hmm? So that video link I will
Thank you.
send to you. Okay. Thank you. No problem.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.